So about a month back I made a video on the Faceit beta for TF2. It was kind of rushed just to get my opinions out there. I forgot to talk about a lot of stuff, there wasn't much editing, it wasn't a very high priority video. But that video, at the time of recording this, is my most viewed video on my channel with over 1,500 viewers or some shit like that. It got over 1,000 views in like 2 days. It even attracted the attention of Solar Light, so that was cool. But anyway, it was quite a controversial topic at the time, but I said I would do another review of it after the hype has died down. And now that season 2 is out, now's a better time to do it than ever. I want to talk about some stuff that happened after my video release though. First thing, I should have made this clearer, which is fully my fault. You need to make your own opinion about Faceit. My opinion on Faceit is in fact someone bigger than me, like Big Joey or Uncle Dane's opinion is in fact. You need to play it yourself and make your own opinion. And speaking of Big Joey, there was a small bit of controversy between him and another TF2 YouTuber called Zesty Jesus. Basically, Zesty made a couple of videos explaining why he doesn't like Faceit. In one of them, he says how he wouldn't be surprised if the people promoting Faceit were sponsored secretly. Now, I agree with basically everything he said in these videos, and although I genuinely do not think that the YouTubers are sponsored, I can see how he thought this, as Big Joey was pushing Faceit super hard, which is all fine and good, but he'd make these underhanded tweets, kind of making fun of people who disliked Faceit. I know he wasn't the only person doing stuff like that, but he was the loudest about it that I saw. Then Joey made some call out tweets to Zesty, and this sparked a bit of a divide between the people who liked Faceit and the people who didn't. My opinion on it was that I basically agreed with everything Zesty said, except for the sponsored stuff. I also think Joey kind of gave a bad face to the other Faceit partners, as the majority of them were quite unbiased and fair in their opinions. But I can see why he took it so personally. YouTubers had a big say into what went into Faceit, and if my ideas were also being shit on, then yeah, I'd probably get a bit defensive too. Again, this is my opinion, so if you have a differing opinion, please discuss it civilly in the comments. But by the end of the month, talk of Faceit was basically nothing. Until just a few days ago when Faceit announced Season 2, and now I thought it would be a good time to give my second review. First things first though, Faceit still advertises itself as casual, even though I really think it shouldn't. But I've already gone over that in the last video, so I'm going to skip that. But that's not really what I wanted to talk about in this video anyway. I wanted to talk about the gameplay, and oh my god, Faceit has finally figured out how to balance games and make fun matches. Teams are balanced, I actually have a good win-loss ratio. I haven't played a game where we've been stomped or we've stomped the other team. Every game feels balanced and it feels like any chance as a team of winning. And they've also added more maps to the rotation with a total of 9 to choose from. Actually, speaking of choosing maps, Faceit tried to lock map selecting behind premium accounts. That was quickly changed after Backlash, and they stated it was an error. Unfortunately, however, it's a little too late. Although Faceit claims that around 6 people are playing on Faceit servers, the queue time has gone way up since when it first released, which would be acceptable if you didn't have to queue up after every single game. And it's not like it offers something that community servers can't, besides from a few prizes which you have to grind for. In conclusion, Faceit is just disappointing. It's wasted potential. It had so many big names behind it, so many people backing it. The hype just shot up and then came to a grinding halt. By the time they fixed the problems with it, it's too late. Nobody cared. And I don't see Faceit ever coming back again unless they try competitive for TF2.